Thailand approves a draft bill to legalize casinos to boost tourism and economy. The Buddhist majority in the country has long resisted moves to legalize gambling, even as casinos have sprung up in neighbouring countries. But as Jayant Das reports, all that could change if the government has its way.
Thailand, the land of smiles, a haven for tourists from around the world. Every year, this Southeast Asian country attracts crowds of visitors who revel on its beaches and bustling markets. From vibrant carnival-themed amusement parks and historic Buddhist temples and palaces to dazzling city lights and delicious cuisine, Thailand offers a spectrum of experiences for visitors. The government of Thailand wishes to add a wild card to boost its tourism sector, casinos. Thailand's cabinet has approved a draft legislation legalizing casinos. It wants to promote tourism and give a boost to its sluggish economy. Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra hopes the bill would attract more investments into the country and solve issues of illegal gambling. The draft bill, known as the Entertainment Complex Bill, says casinos will be allowed to operate inside a complex housing other forms of businesses also. People below the age of 20 years won't be allowed access to a casino. While foreigners will have free access to the casinos, Thai nationals will have to pay around 500 Thai baht, which is about $148. So why is Thailand trying to legalize casinos and gambling now, especially after subsequent governments have tried and failed at it? Thailand is a popular tourist destination. In fact, tourism accounts for a significant portion of the second largest economy in Southeast Asia, around 20%. But the COVID-19 pandemic hit Thailand's tourism sector hard. Thailand broke its annual tourism record in 2019 with the arrival of 39 million international tourists, which was up from the 38 million last year. But 2022 saw only 11.81 million tourists, which was up from an even lower figure of just 400,000 in 2021. In terms of revenue, tourism accounted for more than 10% of Thailand's GDP in 2019, but in 2021, the revenue dipped by a significant amount to just 1%. In fact, Thailand took a swift U-turn on its decision to ask incoming tourists to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination in 2023. This was a dire step to help its tourism sector, which was reeling from losses caused by the pandemic. Thailand's then health minister said that checking evidence of vaccinations was inconvenient. Many believed that the outcome was because of protests from the country's tourism industry. The current Thai government that came to power in September 2024 has pledged to tackle economic woes. With tourism as a spearhead to bring the economy back on track, Prime Minister Shinawatra believes legislation of casinos and gambling is the answer. Furthermore, in tandem with the strong recovery in 2024, Thailand has set an ambitious target of welcoming 40 million international tourists in 2025. The country recorded 35.5 million arrivals last year, a 26% rise from 2023, as eased entry rules and targeted visa policies spurred growth. Some industry experts believe that casinos could be a game changer for Thailand's tourism sector and the overall economy. Legalizing the casinos will not only aid the economy by increasing tourist flow, but also create jobs and attract foreign investments. Furthermore, casinos check the problem of low tourists in the off-season, as casinos can provide round-the-year entertainment. The government has argued that an absence of legal casinos in Thailand means that the country is missing out on state revenue and a significant boost in tourism. A great example of countries benefiting from a legal casino operation include Thailand's neighbors Cambodia, Singapore, the Philippines, Laos, and Myanmar. Furthermore, Shinawatra believes that this move will also solve the problem of illegal gambling. While only some gambling is permitted in Thailand, such as state-controlled horse races and an official lottery, the underground scene of gambling is quite active. Vast amounts of money change hands in betting on soccer and other underground sports and activities, which could instead contribute to state revenue under a legal model. Also, legalizing gambling could introduce law and order, thus curbing criminal activities. Gambling has a sizable economy at the global level. According to a report by German data platform Statista, the global market size of the casino and online gambling sector totaled $292.1 billion in 2023. Gambling is a legal business in many countries such as the US, the UK, Australia, and Canada. These trends indicate a great untapped potential for Thailand's revenue through tourism. But challenges remain. While the ruling government is pushing for legalizing casinos, it must also be noted that previous governments have failed to achieve this feat. A Buddhist majority country, Thailand is home to about 95% of Buddhists according to the 2015 National Consensus. Gambling is looked down upon as an undesirable activity, as it is against the second of 5 precepts of Buddhism. The second precept forbids Buddhists from indulging in stealing or fraud. Furthermore, among Buddhists, gambling is seen as an immoral practice that reflects greed from materialistic things. So the plan for opening up casinos militates against the religious sensibilities in this Buddhist majority country. Another problem is rules and regulation. Legalizing gambling would open it for the public, which could lead to addiction, which in turn can cause further problems in a person's life. Bankruptcies and suicides because of a gambling addiction are prominent negative outcomes. Some countries, such as the UK, have met this challenge by restricting the maximum amount of money allowed to be placed on slots. Other countries, such as Australia, have put a cap on gambling advertisements. The government of Thailand says it is willing to address some of these concerns. With plans for increasing footfall of tourists as well as revenues through tourism, Shinawatra hopes that casinos can make the difference. While the die has been cast, the question, will Lady Luck smile upon Thailand? Only time will tell. Jayan Das's report for DD India.